In a village lost to shadows of its own making, only the village fool remembers where the light once shone, and perhaps how to bring it back. In a valley cradled by towering peaks stood a certain village named Lycoria. Lycoria once flourished under the guiding warmth of the sun, which the villagers had long revered as the source of order and harmony. Their lives shaped gently by its daily passage across the sky. Under the sun's clear light, Lycoria prospered, bound together by traditions of wisdom and compassion. But as generations passed, the villagers constructed massive stone walls intended to protect their prosperity. Whether motivated by fear or pride is unknown, but gradually the walls grew taller, casting long shadows over the village. Eventually these towers obscured the sun's light completely. Lycoria slowly fell into disarray, its once rich traditions fading into mere memories. The optimism that had once marked its vibrant culture had become a distant memory. Only confusion, isolation and pessimism remained among the villagers' demeanour. Within the confines of the shadowed village lived Althea, known as the village fool. Althea was rather aloof, known more for her strange habits than anything else. Althea wandered aimlessly through the town, frequently pausing to stand silently, facing in a seemingly random direction with serene expression and closed eyes. This markedly conspicuous practice quickly became the subject of ridicule, mockery, and relentless gossip among the villagers. Yet no one in the village seemed to notice that Althea had been consistently facing the place where the sun had once risen, instinctively drawn toward its hidden warmth. The villagers, more interested in taking pleasure in scorning Althea's odd behaviour, could not be bothered to notice Althea's demeanour, which radiated quiet strength and inner peace. Yet in spite of being ostracised by the community, Althea continued her strange behaviour. The villagers soon quieted down their gossip, some even showing pity toward Althea. But not everyone thought Althea was crazy. An elderly man named Nikos, a respected man, and one of the few residents who could recall Lycoria's brighter days with any amount of alacrity, began to notice a certain consistency in Althea's practice. One quiet evening, as villagers gathered in the market square, Nikos pointed at Althea and said with quiet authority, "Look closely. She always stands facing east in the direction of the forgotten sun." Silence settled over the villagers as they slowly understood Althea's actions were perhaps not random and lacking in inspiration. Inspired by Nikos's insight, a few villagers tentatively stood near Althea in the middle of the square, facing the obstructed sun. More and more villagers joined in, and soon the profound realization had reached its finality. Decrees were issued to dismantle the walls. These barriers were taken apart stone by stone, allowing the sun's light and warmth to once again fill the village. And with the return of sunlight, Lycoria swiftly regained its former warmth and order. Althea remained a bit aloof from the rest of the village. Yet she was no longer scorned and cast off as a fool. The villagers honoured her as the silent sage who had reminded them that the direct sunlight, without the oppressive walls, is the true source of security and order in their lives.